Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shir Adal. Baruch Hashem. Today we're learning Likutey Halachos, Halachos Zayin Lamed, and today Halachos Zayin Daled. Four.
Zayin Daled.
Today's the fourth day. How do you like that?
What page is that, Baruch?
Yeah, no.
So I want to tell you something so beautiful. Look at this.
What page is it?
It's Breashit, right?
Yeah. Come on. You know, we're learning this whole idea of Ma'irei Or, Ma'irei Eish, right? This concept of Ma'irei Or, Ma'irei Eish, right? And maybe we'll review it for a second, right? We were talking about this beautiful concept that there's Or in the world and there's Eish, right? Anytime you turn towards Hashem and recognize Hashem in the world, you give more power to the Or, to the light, right? Anytime anytime Hashem is hidden, and the others, the raging fires try to put out the light of Hashem, right? Fire tries to put out the other fire, right? But every time you can find Hashem through the turmoil. Right? Within the turmoil, know that the turmoil is really part of Hashem's plan, right? That's hard to do, right? Sometimes, right? To know that the turmoil you're dealing with is really Hashem's plan, and find Hashem in there and scream out, "Aye, where are you, Hashem? I know you're here. Call out to Hashem. Know it's Hashem." And when you do that, then you're mamish lifting up. That's where the Yeshua comes from. That's where the salvation comes from. Yes, sir.
We're in Rabbeinu Tam and about din, and that Hashem didn't want to do din at first because...
No, Hashem did want to do din at first.
He did want to do din at first.
Yeah.
But he felt we couldn't handle it. I kind of can understand that. And I think because I have learned to see that, I can see what's going on.
Right, that's what we said. We wear the Rashi Tefillin first, because the Parshias are Keseder. Right, you have Chesed first, right? So when you have Chesed in your life, right, and your things go pretty good, and then once in a while you get a little bump in the road, so you say, you know what, Hashem, you were here all this time, and you'll get through it, right? But din, if it starts out with din, and every day there's catastrophes, every day there's turmoil, every day there's turbulence, every single day, how could anyone survive?
You never get started.
You'll never get started, right? You're just dealing with all the stuff. It's so dismal. You can't find Hashem. It's impossible. But when you put on the Rashi Tefillin first, then we never put on the Rabbeinu Tam first. You always put on the Rashi Tefillin first, right? Because you do the Chesed, Keseder, everything's good. Then you can put on the Rabbeinu Tam Tefillin to see how really that Kol Madav Rachman L'Tav of it, right? Really everything that Hashem does, He's doing for the ultimate good. See, we look at things in this world at the moment, and we see this little segment of what's going on. And the segment sometimes is a scary segment, very scary, right? But you have to realize that segment is part of a giant picture. That's part of a giant, something amazing. And there's such beauty in there, right? We said that we told over the story the other day from the Ramban, right? Maybe we'll just say it one more time, right? The Holy Ramban, right? So at the time when the Ramban was a Rishon, okay? The Ramban was the same time as the Rambam and Rashi, that segment, okay? There was a young man that wasn't doing well at the time, and the Ramban went to see him, and the Ramban said to him like this. He said, "You're going to be okay. You're not going to make it, but you're going to be okay. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to give you a piece of paper." So the Ramban wrote some things on a piece of paper, and he said, "You just keep this in your hand, and with this piece of paper, it'll give you entrance in all the heichalot in Shemayim. You're about to go from one to the next, and okay. And I have some questions that I wrote on the back of the paper. I need the questions answered. So come back for me, because I'm giving you this. You'll come back and please give me the answers." Amazing, right? All right. So he passed away. They sat shiva, did the whole thing. A little while later, he comes to the Ramban in a dream, and he says to him like this. He says, it's really just like you said. I had this paper, right? Again, in Shemayim, it's not a paper, whatever, however that worked, whatever it was, they buried him with it in his hand. However that works, I don't know. I had this piece of paper with me, and I went and they let me into this heichel, into that one, and the next one, and the next one, and they let me into the final inner heichel. And he said, when I got there, I looked at the questions, and I just saw that there were no questions. I saw all the answers. I see everything. It's clear. It's all clear. The questions are no questions. But I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you. I can only tell you that you don't have any real questions. You don't have questions, right? And this was the Ramban. Unbelievable, right? So that's really what you understand. It's really all HaKadosh Baruch Hu is really guiding the world the way He wants to guide the world, to that perfect harmony, to that perfect perfection. And He's going to do it, whether we try to get in His way or not, which we do sometimes. And then Hashem has to do what He has to do. But the world will be the most harmonious place. It'll be the most gorgeous. That's where we're heading. It doesn't seem that way, right? Right? It seems like there's so much turmoil, right? But you want to say something, Eli?
No, I'm just thinking.
Please.
It's where we're, like, on one hand, it's where we're heading when we're in this world of three dimensions and before and after in time. And on the other hand, it's already there. We just don't see it.
It's not revealed.
Yeah.
It's not revealed yet.
We just can't see it. It's like Einstein said, you can't solve a problem on the same level it was created, right? So
That's right.
when you're in a maze and you're in two dimensions of the maze, you can't see, right? You only see the maze if somebody pulls you out.
And then you look,
Right? You're looking down.
and you look
So
down
you
on
live
it.
in a world of three dimensions. If you get into a world of four dimensions, you'll see that the world of three dimensions makes
That's right.
perfect sense.
That's right.
And everything.
And what did
is
Hashem
there.
do to Avraham Avinu? He took him,
Hashem,
Ko Yezaracha, right? He looked him down. Look down.
That's what he said.
Look down.
"Say minai,
That's right.
right? Get out.
Yeah.
of here,
Get out of there. And he took him out, and then he go look down. You can see everything is so perfect.
Right.
Unbelievable. And that's why Avraham Avinu, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Avraham Avinu, your children are going to be slaves for 400 years, he didn't ask any questions. He said, okay. He accepted it. Mind-boggling. Right? When it came to Sodom,
Right.
wow, he had so many questions, right? Maybe there's 50, 45, 30. Your kids are going to be slaves for 400 years? No, okay. Fascinating, right? And Avraham Avinu is the side of Chesed. You see that it's so against Avraham Avinu, but he saw it so clearly. It's fascinating.
I just heard yesterday Rabbi Berkowitz said that he said a lot of heads will roll. They'll be try to find political reasons why this one didn't do his job, that one didn't do his job. He said, but to him it's very clear that Hashem just made it so they couldn't see it.
That's it. That's
They
it.
said they were working a huge operation like that. You mean they didn't see it? They didn't see it. God just closed their eyes to
Ad
it.
Kedei
Right
Kach
in
that
front
they
of their
had
face.
videos, that they sent videos, what they were going to do. They still didn't see it.
Right. No,
Because
any-
God didn't want them to see
right.
it.
Anytime something
Yeah.
like this happens, right?
Yeah,
Anytime
yeah.
something this doesn't make any sense. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's a tap on the shoulder to say, look, wake up. Wake up. We
Mamash.
don't understand. We don't
Mamash.
understand. We
Mamash.
don't understand anything. We don't even know. we don't know.
Mamish. Yeah. Yesterday, my wife made some packages up for the Chaylim. I had to go to Ramot and meet someone over there that was going up north, right? I saw in his car, he had boxes of tzitzis.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
They're asking for tzitzis.
They want tzitzis. This is, it's mind-boggling. Right? The Chilan, they say, give us tzitzis. Wow, look at this. It's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. They realize that's their clay Zion. They realize the tzitzis is the clay Zion. It's not the their guns and all that, which of course they need all of that. But the tzitzis is really what's going to protect them. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's look inside now. All right, so we would all right. We were doing the. I'm sorry, we always go. We get off the tangent, but okay. So Hakadosh Baruch Hu does. Okay, so we said that Hakadosh Baruch Hu's name is 4 letters: Yud Kei Vav Kei, right? Yud Kei Vav Kei, and Hakadosh Baruch Hu it's manifested in the Spheros by Chachma Bina Das, right? It starts out with 3, and then the das turns into chesed and gevura, right? And then you have chokhmah and bina, chesed and gevura, and that's the 4. Each one's connected another one of the letters of Hashem's name. Okay. Then we said that there are the 4 foundations of the world, right? You have the Eish, the Mayim, the Ofar, the Ruach, right? Okay. You have the fire, the water, the wind, and the earth, and the dirt, right? Earth. Okay. Now that's also connected to the 4 colors of the person's eyes, right? That's also connected to the 4 quadrants in the mind. That's connected to the 4 sections of the Tefillin, 4 parshias of the Tefillin, and so on and so on. All right, we're going to see other things now too today in Mitzvah Hashem. So the Rebbe says today in Dalet, V'zeh bechinas bereishis bara lekim es hashemayim v'es aretz. Come on, is that not amazing? Today's Wednesday. We just said L'chun Ranan El Hashem, right? We're getting ready for Shabbos. We're being Mavis Edri here. See this? Come on. It's amazing, right? Come on. We didn't plan this. The same way nothing's planned. Hashem runs everything. It's unbelievable.
It is.
What?
It is unbelievable.
Oh, chayshach. Right? It's dark. It's a dark place, right? It's a dark place. Al Panei Tehom, right? On the face of the abyss, Ruach Elikim Rachefes, but the Ruach Elikim is hovering, right? There's some Ruach Elikim that's, and you can sense the Ruach Elikim, right? You can mama sense it. You know, the other day I was thinking, right after Sukkot, and we're going through this problem, Hashem made the cloud, over all of Eretz Yisrael was cloudy. There was clouds everywhere. Anywhere you went, there was clouds. I was thinking, wow, Ananiya covered. Hashem is showing you, look, I'm protecting you. I'm putting the Ananiya covered over you. No, the silly things, right? But the simple things that just try to see. I really believe it's a message of Hashem. And then yesterday we were learning, and then we had that thunder. Right. Come on, we just say Mashu Ruach Me'ir Geshem. We didn't have thunder in months, right? Right? We had a little sprinkle here and there, but we didn't have a rain. And boy, it rained. Unbelievable. You see, the tefillahs really do work. You just have to believe it. That's it. But they mamish work. We just have to believe. Our words are very powerful. So never think that if you say another kapitel till I just said it. No, it's very powerful. You have no idea what you're accomplishing. Really. Don't discount anything, any words of Kedusha, don't discount them. They're very, very special.
Can I add something to that?
Add? Why not?
So, and this just shows you how prayer works, and even for very little things. So every morning at around 4 to 4:30, I'm outside with my dog,
Okay.
Cinnamon, and Cinnamon will go off somewhere, and I don't see where she is. And when I need to leave, I just say, and this is because one day I said to Hashem, please bring Cinnamon back to me. I couldn't find her. I didn't know where she was. I said, please bring her back to me because I need to go to shul. And he brought her back to me. And now, anytime I go out there, whenever I call her, even if it's soft, Cinnamon, where are you? She comes back to me. I mean,
Yeah. Because you asked Hashem.
yeah.
That's it.
Will that work with kids?
You never know. Try,
Try.
David. Yeah, try.
All right.
Okay, Bereshis. And we said the acronym for Bereshis is what that we're focusing on, not as many. Right, but we're going to do Rosh Bias. Bereshis is Rosh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the head of the household. The world is Hashem's household.
And we're also on Bereshit.
Yes, the week of Bereshit. Right. You see that? That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Bechinas Shem Hashem. Since we're learning, we didn't talk about Bereshis, right? It didn't come up, right? That comes up today, right? On Wednesday, right? Wednesday is already Erev Shabbos, right? We're ready of this coming Shabbos, right? It's fast, okay. Shu Shirish HaTefillin, that's the Shirish of Tefillin, right? Which is the Moichin, right? Then we said that the Tefillin, the Tefillin is what helps me to have that it's Noitzit Samayach, to have that, to straighten out my mind, to recognize that Hashem is the Rosh Bias. Tefillin helps me with that. Shehem bechinas ma'irei ar v'tikun ha'ma'irei eish. The tefillin is ma'orei or, and it helps me misakin, helps me fix the ma'orei eish. What's the ma'orei eish? The burning desires that people have for all of their taivas. Right, for all of their desires, right? Their burning desires, right? They have their burn. So, but the tefillin is the ma'orei or that fixes the ma'orei eish, okay? And that tefillin could do that. But as we're learning this, recognize that there's so much more to the tefillin than we can ever imagine, right? And Reb Noson's only giving us little hints of what the tefillin are. But we will never really know what they are while we're in this world. We'll never really know. But we know that there's something so amazing, right? There's something so awesome. I mean, the same way I would like to use the example of a diamond, right? You can have a very precious diamond, right, in your pocket, right? You have a very precious diamond. How many people really can know and explain to you why it's so precious? Very few, right? They need a special thing to look at it, right? And then it depends what light they're looking at it in, right? And it's so complicated, right? I'm just giving you a muscle for the nimshal, right? So you have these tefillin, right? But again, if you really know how to look at it, if you have that right scope to know how to see it, well, you'll see what's really going on there. It's fascinating. And I mean, we learned about how many we started on this a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah.
We learned many aspects of tefillin, but we didn't learn really. We really don't know anything still. Right? We saw so many beautiful things, but really the essence of tefillin, that we don't know. Okay, ma'orei eish shehem bechinas tefillin shel yad, which the ma'orei eish is the tefillin shel yad. Why is it tefillin shel yad? Yeah. Why is it the tefillin shel yad? Because we wear the tefillin shel yad. Where keneged the leiv, right? Where you put your tefillin, the yad has to be pointed towards the leiv, right? So you have the burning desires in the heart, right? The heart burns and it wants certain things, right? The taiva is in the heart. So put the tefillin towards the heart. That's the ma'orei or. That's the ma'orei or, right? But it's working on the ma'orei eish of the person to transform it. If we know what it's doing, right? Person can put on his tefillin, not recognize, and just put it on, and it's still doing something. Don't even if you don't know what you're doing, shemitayich loy lishma bo lishma, right? Chazal say that, right? If you do something, just keep doing it. Sooner or later, you'll do it lishma. You'll do it for the right intentions, right? Just keep doing it, right? But so again, we're seeing here when you put on the tefillin shel yad, right? The yad, right? The tefillin shel yad. When you put that on, that's really against to make a tikkun for the eish, for the burning desires of the wrong things. That we said yesterday, you're supposed to take those desires and turn those desires into your service of Hashem, right? Use that burning desire for your ahavas Hashem, ahavas Yisrael. Use it. Love Klal Yisrael, right? Love Klal Yisrael. Love Klal Yisrael. I mean, you can see that's going on today, right? You see the love that's pouring in from all over the world, right? You see that people are taking their desires and they're really turning it and focusing on what's really important in life. It's so beautiful. And
the tefillin. So you're saying that the eish is the real desire. The bad eish.
Yeah, it's against the bad eish.
You're turning it into a good eish.
You're turning it into a good eish. Yeah, you don't want to put out. You don't want to put the fire out. Fire is energy. I want to learn how to use that energy in a beneficial way. I want to use the energy.
Right.
So it's like a controller or a thermostat, sort of. I mean.
No. It's really, you're taking it. Let's say you're taking that wildfire and you're putting it now into the fireplace.
Okay.
Continuing what you said yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same idea. No, Reb Noson's just developing it.
Right, okay.
He's developing that idea. Yaniv, Reb Noson is going to do that many times. When he wants us to understand something, he's going to give it to us on this different aspects to make sure we understand
Right.
it. And he said in the Hakdama, because these are very important things of Yadut that you need to know. So I'm going to try to tell it to you a few different ways. Don't think I'm repeating myself. I'm just trying to make sure you got the message.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So you'll hear it a couple of times because many times, Reb Nosson knows that we hear something, it goes in one ear, one goes out the other, right? You know the way things are, right? In, out, right? Sometimes it's good to put in one earplug, right? So it goes in and leave it, stays in it. You don't let it out, right? No, but Rav Nosson is doing it again. So you hear it again and again and again and again. So sooner or later, it'll try to affect you, okay? Shein bechinas tefillin shel yad u'tefillin shel rosh is the ma'orei or. So tefillin shel the rosh is the ma'orei or. Why is it the ma'orei or? We said that the rosh is connected to, again, why rosh? Because the bereshis is rosh bias. So rosh, right? The ma'orei or, right? The rosh tefillin shel rosh. And we said that the tefillin shel rosh is connected to Rebbe, which is rosh b'nei Yisrael, right? Rebbe, rosh b'nei Yisrael. See that? See the connection here? Tefillin shel rosh, bereshis rosh b'nei Yisrael. Rebbe is rosh b'nei Yisrael. Okay? Rosh. Yeah. Okay. Now, v'zeh b'chinas bereshis barli kimetz hashemayim v'esaretz. So Hashem made the heavens and the earth. Okay. So what is that? HaKadosh Baruch Hu shemayim v'aretz shehem b'chinas tzadik u'knesses Yisrael. Tzaddik is shemayim, right? The tzaddik is up on high. He knows what's going up on high, right? The tzaddik is connected to shemayim, and we, Klal Yisrael, Knesset Yisrael, we're connected to the earth, right? The shemayim laHashem, v'aretz nasan livnei adam, right? We said that, right? We're saying that all hollow, right? V'aretz nasan livnei adam, right? We're here, right? We're here, but we're trying to connect this world to the next world. How do we do that? We use the tzaddik. The tzaddik helps us to see that all the things of this world are really connected to the next world, right? Everything down here is a comparison to what's really going up on high, right? Okay. What, you want to say something?
No.
Okay. Okay. Shema Yivot. Okay. Bechinas tzaddik knesset. Okay. Bechinas shirish midas yom umidas laila. So Yom is considered, we're going to consider the Yom in this case is going to be Shemayim, heaven, the day bright, Shemayim, and the Laila is going to be like the earth, down here, Laila, darkness, right? We have darkness, like it said that HaKadosh Baruch Hu breaks about Choshech al Pnei Som, Choshech is darkness, correct, Baruch? Right? Choshech al Pnei Sahom. Shehem bechinas ma'orei or and ma'orei yesh the kedusha kayadua umuvin kol zeh. Everyone knows kayadua. Everyone knows this, right? Rav Nosson says everybody knows this concept. It's great. Rav Nosson says that, right? Kayadua, right? Everyone knows it. Sure, day is shemayim, laila is the earth, right? Sure. Shehem bechinas tefillin shel yad tefillin shel rosh shenimshachem bechinas harosh bayis is connected to the rosh bayis, which is connected also to the tzaddik, shehu bechinas bereshis, because the tzaddik is one with Hashem, right? Like it said, Moshe Rabbeinu was one with Hashem, correct? Moshe Rabbeinu was one with Hashem. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the tzaddik are partners, right? They're partners, right? We're all partners, right? And when we say Vayichulu Shemayim V'aretz on Friday night, right? So we're all partnering up with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You know that, right? You're making testimony. You're saying testimony that Hashem created the world in the 6 days. You're testifying. And when you testify, you become part of the creation. You become one with Hashem. Okay? Shehu b'roish bayis. Shehu b'chinas bereshis. V'zel v'aretz ha'isa soyu v'vayu v'choshech al p'nei sohim. Toyu v'vayu choshech tohom. What is that? That's the ara me'ar b'yasodos. See the 4 words there? Toyu v'vayu v'choshech tohom. 4 letters. See, 4 words. See that? Tohu v'vohu choshech u'tohom. How do you like that? 4 words connected the 4 yesodos of the world. Same arba yesodos. Those are the 4 foundations. What are the 4 foundations? You have the fire, water, wind, and earth. Correct? 4 foundations. Okay. So you have the 4 tohu v'vohu v'choshech u'tohom. 4 against tohu v'vohu v'choshech tohom. 4 against 4. Got it? Okay. Bechinas hatzad harasha ba'arba yesodos. Shein bechinas harasha b'moirei yesh. The ra, the evilness that you find in the Arba Yesodos, right? When things are used for the wrong, when you focus on the world in the wrong way, right? You take the things of the world, right? You become earth, right? So earth is supposed to teach a person to be humble, right? But earth can also teach a person to be lazy, right? Like dirt doesn't move, so the person sits on his couch and he doesn't move, right? But that's no good, right? We have to move, right? We got to move, right? And then we have the wind, right? So a person uses the ruach for the right things, or you can use the ruach for the wrong things, correct? So too certainly with the mayim, right? The mayim, right? Water is connected to all of the the different things that go on in the world, or it could be used for the right things, right? Okay, Shemisham kol hatzaros v'churban habeis hamikdash v'chol harichas hagolos. All of that comes from when we don't use the four foundations of the earth in the right way, it brings upon churban and churban beis hamikdash. And we said the churban beis hamikdash was terrible because really all of the problems that we experience in the world we only experience because we don't have the beis hamikdash. Everything going on is really the purpose, the reason for it is because we don't have the base of Mikdash. Shu al yedei is Gabru Arba Malchias the Sitra Acha Shein Bechinas Tayu V'Vayu Kedosh Rab. I'm going to say I have a note on the bottom here. I'm just going to read you this. Rab Shimon ben Lakish Pasuk Kriya Begolas V'Aretz V'Yasayu V'Vayu Zeh Golas Bavel. Rab Shimon ben Lakish he darshened out this pasuk over here, and he said you learn out the Goliath, all the exiles from this pasuk over here. So when it says Tohu, the first Tohu, right? Rab Shimon ben Lakish says that's Golas Bavel, right? The Babylonian exile. Okay, Uvayu Golas Madai. Paras Madai, right? That was when we had Achashverosh, the what do you call it? The Nesa Purim, right? V'choshech, what's choshech? Ze Golos Yavan. That's the Yavan, the Greeks, right? The Golos of the Greeks. Because they darkened the eyes of Klal Yisrael with their gezeres. I'm reading this outside. You don't have it in your book. I'm just reading you a note I have here. This is from the Gemara, okay? Right on your the horn of your the horn of your animal that you don't have any part of the God of Klal Yisrael. That's what they told him to do. Yavan. It was gezerah. On Hanukkah, right? They had to write on the horn of the thing, Ein lo chelik be'elokei Yisrael. You have no part in the God of Klal Yisrael. Al pnei tzom ze godes malchus harishah, she'ein lahem cheker v'kemoita uvetahom. That's the malchus harishah. That's what we're dealing with right now. Wickedness. Rishah, right? We experienced that the other day, right? We saw all of that, right? The wickedness of this golus, right? Could it get more wicked than that? Can it get more gruesome than that? That's Rishah. Shein lahem cheker k'may ha'toim. Ma ha'toim hazeh ein loy cheker after Rishayim came. That there's no end to the Tahom, the abyss. There's no end to that. So too, there's no the Rishayim are going to be destroyed that way. V'ruach eleikim rachefes. Here, look at this. And then the pasuk goes on to say, V'ruach eleikim rachefes. The Ruach of Hashem was hovering over the earth. What is that? Zeh Ruchai Shel Mashiach, Melech HaMashiach. That's the Ruach of Melech HaMashiach. How do you like that? Did you hear that before? You must have heard this before, right? You must have heard this, right? When it says that V'ruach Elikim Rachefes Al Pnei Hamayim Zeh Melech HaMashiach. That's the Ruach of Melech HaMashiach. Huh?
It comes along with the Resha?
No, that's the next one. No. After this Golus comes Melech HaMashiach. That's the four, right? Four Goliaths. After the fourth Golus comes Mashiach.
Which Golus are we in?
The last one, Rishah.
So
yeah.
Maybe this is it.
Halavai. Well, listen, we're running out of time. The world was designed for 6,000 years, right? So, the world's running out of time, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're getting to the 49th level, so Hashem's gonna have to pull us out a little early.
Hopefully so. Be'ez Hashem, hopefully. You see that, Hashem? Listen to what the Kohen said. Okay. Okay. K'may shedoshu abayseinu al ha'pasuk zeh al ha'golos shel ha'arba malchios, k'may shekosav b'medrash rabbah, toyu zeh golos Bavel, and so on, like we just read. Okay? V'atikon. Here, this is the main part. Here we go. What's the tikkun? How do you fix all of this? How do we get out of this gullus? How do we get out of all of this mess? How do we get out of these 4 gullus? What's the tikkun? Al yedei shemamshichin atzadik emes kedushas hatfilin sheim arbe parshias. The 4 parshias of the tefillin go against the 4 gullus. Right? You have the 4 exiles. 4 parshias go against the gullus. And the whole thing in the parshias of tefillin, we're talking about Yetzias Mitzrayim. Right? Getting out. That was the first time we got out. And Chazal tell us that we're going to learn out how the same there was such miracles and such awesomeness that happened when we left Mitzrayim. We know all right, the beautiful miracles Hashem did, but the Chazal tell us that it's nothing compared to what we're going to see now. What we're going to see amidst Hashem any moment now. Any moment now, we're going to see miracles that are going to make the miracles of Mitzrayim like child's play. Really, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see something. It's going to be so spectacular. Right? It'll be so spectacular. But you know what the difference is? After that happens, Steven Spielberg will be out of business because no one's going to want to watch his movies anymore. Right? He takes all of the other stuff and he makes movies out of it, right? Right? But once Hashem brings us out and we see Melech HaMashiach, the whole thing is gone. Right? It all goes up like a puff of smoke. Hi, halavai. Okay. Shem bechinas our parshas arba moichin, bechinas moirei or shayedei zeh zeichin lisgaber al hara sheba arba yisaydas. Through the tefillin, you can be misgaber. You can have the power to overpower the 4 gullus. You can overpower it when you connect to Hashem, and you can use your tefillin to do that. Isn't that so beautiful? That's why we need to wear our tefillin every day. Every day you wear your tefillin, except for Shabbos and the holiday, right? You wear your tefillin, you need it every day. Why do you need tefillin? Because you need to reinforce. Every day we need a reinforcement. We need that inoculation, like you said, right? Right? You need that inoculation. You need to get re-inoculated every single day of this emunah. I got to take the ma'orei or, and I have to take that ma'orei eish and include it into the ma'orei or every day. I got to take my burning desires and turn those burning desires into my service of God. Not to put out the fire. See, that's the difference. Rav Nosson is not telling you don't. In other words, a fire is still power, right? It's energy. Don't put it out. Turn it into something special. Use it. Use the energy in a beneficial way rather than in a destructive way. Make sense? Okay, Shem Taiva Voya v'choshech tahaim b'chinis klal kol ha'taivas v'amidos rois shel ha'adam she'memarin chayei ha'adam. You see what it does? She'memarin. What does memarin mean? It makes bitter. So we think that all the desires of the world, you engage in them, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be pleasure, and they're going to love it, but it makes it bitter. Right? It really becomes bitter, right? Because what you see when people, most people that they win a lottery, right? They say within a year or two, they have less, couples could have been married for years. They win the lottery, all of a sudden they divorced. And then this has happened, and that it is never a good outcome. There's never a good outcome because they think, oh, I'm going to get this and this is going to be great. It's not going to be great. Shal yedei zeh adam k'may toya b'midbar mamish. It's like he's wandering around, wallowing around in the desert. Everybody can understand this themselves, Rav Nosson says. We all have to take a true accounting of our own lives. Each one of us in our own respective lives. The things that we got involved in, the things that we got messed up in, and how we thought that this was going to be so great, And really, was it so great? Right? We can all think of different things that we thought were going to be so great, and then when you finally get that thing, was it really that great? Or was it really worth it? No. But anytime you do a mitzvah, right? Anytime you do a mitzvah, anytime you learn Torah, you say Tillim, did you ever feel sorry that you did that? Never. Right? When you do something special, especially if you do it and you have some feeling in it, you walk away, you feel so tranquil. It's so so delightful. Right? If you're trying to learn, you're learning a sugya, and you're trying to understand the Rashi, right? You're learning a Rabbi Kiva Eger, right? And you're trying to understand it, and you're breaking your head over it, and you finally get it. That simcha is greater than anything else. You ever experienced something like that? You're trying to understand something, you're working on it, and it doesn't make any sense, and all of a sudden it clicks, and you get it.
In Uman.
Oh, okay, wherever, it doesn't matter. But that feeling is so special.
Yes.
That feeling is so special that's real. That's where the real simcha is. That's the real simcha, not this stuff of the Arbi Yisai, this Ros. Right? You have those four things. That's not where it is. Okay.
It's similar to like you never regret giving stock.
Of course.
Because you never somebody say, well, you know what? If I hadn't given that stock last week, I would have more money now. It would be better for me. Nobody ever says that.
No people. No. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So when you invest your soul with a mitzvah, it's really lasting
And why we learned about it? Why? Because it becomes eternal.
But I was thinking about it.
When
you invest yourself physically, like a vacation.
Yeah.
You know, it's gone.
But if you're taking a vacation in order to relax
yourself.
a little bit, to come back, to be stronger, so then that can be a ma'aseh mitzvah.
Right.
But if you take the vacation for the soul, I just want to indulge, and that's
It's ephemeral.
there's no avodas Hashem. It's just the thing. It's useless.
Yeah.
It's useless. But anything we're learning through the Baal Shem Tov, he taught us this concept that you can really go in the world, enjoy the world, but turn it into your service of Hashem. Turn it into the service of Hashem. It's not like the world. It's not like the world of the Gra, right? The Gra said, "No, stay away." The Baal Shem Tov said, "No, engage in the world," because the Gra said the people get in trouble, right? If I give you a license, you'll overindulge.
You wreck the car.
You what?
You wreck the car.
You wrecked the car, yeah. But the Baal Shem Tov had a little more emunah in us, and he said, I'm going to teach you how to see the world, and to use the world, and to see the beauty that Hashem has in the world. See Hashem's beauty.
We have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's meaningless.
Exactly. Ki im al yedei atzadik yesod, ki I efshel etakin ki im al yedei atzadik yesod olam. We need the tzaddikim to do this. That's the Tefillin Shel Rosh. We need the tzaddikim. If we don't have the tzaddikim teaching us this, how will we ever know it? How will we ever know? We need the tzaddikim to teach us what we're supposed to do in this world. Shehu bechinas ruchei shel Mashiach. That's the ruach. Mashiach is the ruach of Mashiach. Ki kol tzaddik hu bechinas Moshe Mashiach. Because every tzaddik is like Moshe Rabbeinu, Mashiach. All tzaddikim, an aspect of them, right? They're not actually Moshe. It's an aspect of Moshe. And there's no one is going to be like Moshe, right? The Torah says that. Like a Navi Moshe, right? There's no Navi that's going to come up and like Moshe Rabbeinu. And Chazal teach us. That's the Ruach of Mashiach, the Ruach of Hashem, that's Meracheh, that's hovering over the waters. Al Anfei Araisa, on the different aspects of Torah. On the different aspects of Torah is hinted to Mayim. We know that Mayim is Ein Mayim Ela Torah, right? Chazal tell us that, right? Ein Mayim Ela Torah. Haida Bechinas HaTorah Shoiskim Ba Hayireim V'Kesherim Shebedor. That's the Torah that those that are the ones that fear Hashem, and they're studying the Torah for the right reasons, to get closer to Hashem. She'ikar Atikon Hu Eisek HaTorah Balayla B'Chatzos K'may Shomer V'Zein Zal. When's the main tikkun to do this? At night. You do this at night. That's the main time. But you know something, if you think about it, it makes so much sense. In the middle of the night, it's quiet, right? Mm-hmm. The family's sleeping. You can do what you want. No one bothers you. The kids aren't bothering you. Your wife is asleep, right?
The phone's sleeping.
The phone, everything.
No,
you could think. You could think. To me, it's the closest thing to Shabbos, right? Nothing's going on. It's quiet. I have tranquility.
And for the first time I heard about the Tikkun Chatzot, so just after we were married, we were renting an apartment in Yerushalayim, and Balabayit lived on the top of the apartment, we lived underneath. He was people heard of him, of Ezra Tzion Malamid.
Okay.
He was the Rav of the Persian community, the Parsi.
Ah, the Parsi. He was a big Tikkun Chatzos guy. Yeah. The Parsi is very big on that.
Wake up and what's going on? What are we hearing here? What is somebody? What is that? Middle of the night.
That's what all the this is the way the Arizal. The Arizal thought about this. Is not it's not Rav Noson's idea, right? Right in your community, right? They Tikkun Chatzos is a big thing, isn't it?
Oh, the Yom Nights get very the night's a big part of it.
And a big thing, right?
My grandfather himself was up at 3.
That's what he was doing, right? He was saying Tikkun Chatzot.
Yeah, he was up early.
Yeah, and he was following this program.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah. The Rav Noson's just teaching us how beautiful it is. But again, anything you do, anytime you get up a little earlier, right? As long as you get up before Halos and you do something, it's great. Don't discount it. Don't discount it. If you have even 10 minutes, 50, whatever you can do, grab in. Why not? It's not all or none, right? If you can't get up at 3 o'clock, so get up at 4:30, get up at 10 to 5, get up at 5, whatever you can do. Spend a couple of minutes in purity. Why not? You think so? Can we do it? You could try, right? Let's try.
No, it's easy to do.
Let's try. But listen, it's easy for you, Rav David, but other people, we have to try.
Now it's easy.
It wasn't easy right away, right?
No, and when you get older, it's easier too.
Do you want to explain how difficult it was originally?
It's miserable.
Who was missing? Yeah.
Yeah, it was very hard.
Right, you want to sleep, right? The body says it wants to sleep, right?
Yeah.
But we learned that the body has its own ratzon, right? It wants to sleep, right? But the neshama wants to follow this program, right? Yeah. But the body, after a while, has it work? You just keep waking up, right? And the neshama just is pushing, right? The neshama is getting stronger. It's pushing the body. So the body, after a while, says, you know what? He's going to wake me up anyway. I might as well be up. Right? After a while. Right? It's not right away. After, you work on the program and you're working on it, sooner or later, the body says, you know what? Okay, I'll give in. Right? It doesn't want to fight. It's going to get up anyway, so why does the body keep fighting? That's how it happens. That's how it works.
What did Gedalia said on Rosh Hashanah? 15 times.
What does he say?
15 times you break through that first. You do it 15 times. That you break. You make a big breakthrough.
Yeah.
That's the
fine.
You use the fire,
I only got 15
ore
from, but okay, fine. 15 that's his number. Okay, that's good. Okay.
15. They didn't say like 5. 15. That makes sense to me because every day
you push.
Once you get through 15.
Yeah, but I think it's more. But it's more than 15. If you really want, if you want to be able to, if you set your alarm clock for 4 o'clock and you want to get up at 10 to 4, right? You want to get up before your alarm clock. That takes time, right? And you wake up your alarm clock, right?
Happened to me today.
You see that? Okay, good. So you can do it. You see that? Wow, kol hakavod. Okay, haynu ayidei kimas chatzos livchos al churban beis hamikdash v'achar kach misnachmin bebechinas pe'er tachas efer. You take away the efer, the destruction of the beis hamikdash. How do you take it away? You take it away by turning it into pe'er. Afer, take the afer, aleph, pei, resh, take the pei, put the pei before the aleph, Pei Aleph Resh Pe'er. Efer Aleph Pei Resh Pe'er is Pei Aleph Resh. Okay, got it, guys? All right. Vayisrim lahakim al es hashchina megulusa. You take the shchina, you lift up the shchina from the gullus, from the exile. Shesham ruchei shel Mashiach merachei bechinas ruach elikim rachefes al pnei hamayim. Ki hamayim meramzim al dei riboy hadimais. Because the mayim is hinting to the multitude of the tears. That's the mayim. What's the mayim? What's the mayim? What's the water? The tears. All the tears. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a river up in Shemayim of all of our tears. HaKadosh Baruch Hu collects all of our tears, and he has a raging river of all the Jewish tears over the years. Sheboichim bechatzosum umefarshin sichosum lifnei Hashem Yisbarach v'shoifchen libon kamayim, and they pour out their hearts like water. You know those words? Shifchi kamayim libech noichach pnei Hashem. You know those words?
It's a big song.
Right? Shivchi kamayim libech noichach pnei Hashem. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. Turn it towards Hashem. Where does it come from? Eicha. See that? We make songs out of Eicha, right? Take the fire and turn it into the Ma'irei Or. See that? That's taking the fire of Eicha, right? And turning it into the Ma'irei Or, right? Eini yard the mayim, right? Eini yard the mayim. My eyes, pours water out of the eyes. Eini v'zeh ki rochik mimeni menachim. He goes on to say, right? These are the psukim in Eicha, right? Ki rochik mimeni menachim. It's distant from me, my salvation. My salvation is far. It seems so far from me. Shehu atzadik ha'emes. Shehu menachem hakol bebechinas ze yenachamenu me'maseinu me'itzvan yadeinu. Next week's parsha, right? Who is that talking about? Noach, right? Remember that? Yeah. Remember those words? Ze yenachamenu me'maseinu. This is my tranquility. This is my nechama, right? From my actions, me'itzvan yadeinu, and from the I don't know what word you want to use. Itzvan is like the depression, the difficulty of my work. Hainu bechinas haloma shenis alem mioid or hatzadik, because the or the tzadikim sometimes is hidden, right? The idea of Mashiach is sometimes hidden because we're dealing with such nonsense in the world. We get so tied up in the world with the news and all of that nonsense, right? The news is the sitracha. That's all it is. It's the other side. He's trying to take us away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's all he's trying to do. Achu rochak mimenu ma'oid ba'vaneseinu arabim. Ki rochak mimeni menachem meishiv nafshi, to bring me back. Shu tzaddik emes. I find myself distant from the tzaddik, but I don't have to stay distant. I can come back. I can come back at any time. It just because I was distant doesn't mean I have to keep doing it. That was then. Now I could change. I don't need to be the same thing. I'm a new person now. Shu menachem u'meishiv nafshi b'shiva mishivei tam, right? Because of my sin, I'm so distant, but I can always come back. Let's just try to finish the lesson here. Look at this, huh? How does that sound? What?
No, I'm just reading.
Yeah, what is it? What you want to tell us what that means, David?
This is for the consoler is distant from me, someone to restore my soul.
No, it's Banai. My children are Shomeim. You have a translation for the word Shomeim?
Non-existent?
Yeah.
Not.
Desolate, right? My children are being destroyed. Shomeim. Ki govar oy, because their enemy, because their enemy overpowered them. You go look what's going on in Sderot, right?
Yeah.
Right? Look at all of those beautiful yeshuv. Look at those beautiful kibbutzim that are over there. They're empty. Right? Is it what happened?
Yeah.
They're sending 2,000 people to
Displaced
Efrat.
people to Efrat. Yeah. We're supposed to get them today or tomorrow. Yeah. Because the enemy was Govar. He overpowered us, right? Ayvei. Banai zeh bechinas hamasim tovim shel kol echad miyisrael shenikroyim banim. All of the actions.
We're listening to this. We're hearing this today.
Yeah.
We're learning this today.
Yeah.
The enemy overpowered us.
Yeah. Yeah. See this?
It's a
And we
big-
have Bereshit, huh? Today
Right.
too, right? See that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hashem is mamash good to us. And look what it says. Banai zeh bechinas hamasim tovim shekol echad miYisrael. Banai, when we do good actions, those are our children. Did you know that? When you do a good action, you're making a child. A good action is a child. Why? Because every good thing you do, you make a malach, right? Every good thing you do, you create an angel. That angel's your child. See that? We have celestial, what do you call them? Celestial children, right? Shenikroyim banim, ki ikir told they say him shal tzadikim, hey masim toivim k'may shomer b'seinus of azeh hoyu banai shoymim. And that's what it means in the Tanchuma, that it says that my children were desolate. What does it mean? Haynu shal yedei sherochak mimeni menachem shu or tzaddik. When the tzaddikim is away, when the tzaddikim, the light of the tzaddikim is down in the world, so then the enemy comes and the enemy destroys the children. There's no children. And then my children are desolate. Because there's no children because the light of Hashem is down. The light of the tzaddikim is down. And that's why I'm telling you, when I saw those boxes of tzitzis yesterday, we're going to win. I'm telling you. When guys want to wear tzitzis, they want to connect to Hashem, that's how we're going to win this war, through the tzitzis. Because we're connecting to Hashem. Yeah. It's not the tzitzis connects them to Hashem. They realize the tzitzis are connected to the Taryag mitzvahs, right? 32 strings. You want to hear something nice? You know your tzitzis are connected to all 613 mitzvahs? We learned this. The tzitzis, you have 32 strings, right? 32, what is that in numbers? Lamed Beis, right? Lamed Beis. What's the last letter in the Torah? Le'enei kol Yisrael, right? Yisrael. What's the last letter? Lamed. What's the first letter in the Torah? Beis. You have your tzitzis. See all the tzitzis? The whole Torah is in there. No. The whole Torah is in the tzitzis. Even the few actions that we have. That's what we keep saying, right? Whatever you do, a little bit is also good. But do it good. Whatever little you do it good. Do it with all your heart. Because the enemy, we have the enemy constantly attacking us. The enemy can be our telephone, the enemy can be the news, the enemy can be whatever it is. The enemy is trying to attack us every moment. And then we're not creating the children. Because we're involved in all the nonsense. See, it's Gaba Oyev Asoyne Agodol Shua Yetzirah. The Yetzirah is the greatest, like we said, the parsha says, Kitzeitze Lal Melchama Al Oivecha. What does Chazal tell us? What's the Avechi Yetzirah? Right? When you go on battle, when you're going out to battle, you're fighting your enemy. What's your enemy? The Yetzirah. That's the real battle. That's the real battle. That's the real battle. Shu bechinas hara sheba'ar be'yisoides. That's the ra. That's the evilness that you find in the four foundations of the world. Shekosha meyoidlis gabra aleya machmas toikef halama. It's hard to overpower those four things and all the desires of the world because it's so powerful. They're so enticing. They are so enticing. It's so hard to overpower them. It's so distant from me, my salvation, because they're so the advertisements look so good. I just have to indulge in that. But look what he says. But I'm crying because what did we say before? Really, when we involved ourselves in the nonsense of the world, we wind up crying. It's bitter. It's bitter. We don't see, people who watch a movie and they'll say to themselves later, well, why did I just spend 2 hours? Why did I waste 3 hours? Why did I waste 3 hours? The world says, what can I do to kill time? Right? Right? The world says it, right? What can we do to kill some time now? Kill time?
That's all we have.
Time is our most precious commodity that we have. That's the most precious thing that we have. It's not our assets. Time is the most precious. Assets come and go. Right? You can have more money, right? They come and go. But time is what our most precious. Kill time.
It comes and goes too.
No, but right, I understand. But we're learning in all of our lessons here from Rav Nosson that you take your time and you make your time eternal, so it doesn't go. right? It becomes eternal. Your time can become eternal. Anytime you say a word, a good action, you do something, you do a mitzvah, you take that segment and you make that eternal. It's everlasting. It's eternal. Through us crying over it, when at Chatzos, right? I can cry over my shortcomings. At Chatzos, that's the best time to do it because you have no distractions. There's no distractions at that time. And you draw, your heart draws out like water. You pour out like water. Hashem is Baruch. HaKadosh Baruch will give you salvation when you do that. When you turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu at that time, because we said what? The time of Chatzos is the time of Chesed in the world. That's when HaKadosh Baruch Hu has the most Rachmanis. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is contemplating over the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is contemplating over the fact that he told the moon to go make itself smaller. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is contemplating about all of those things. So that time when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is contemplating, and we come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu at that time, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the most compassionate at those moments. They're the best time. And that's how you could draw upon yourself splendor, delight, beauty, instead of ash, the ash of the fire, the destructive fires. Until you could start to study some Torah, which is the waters of Das. The waters of Das. We said, what is Das? Knowing it's Hashem. Knowing Hashgacha Prata, seeing Hashem in your life, every aspect of your life, every aspect of your day, finding Hashem, that's the Das. That's Das. See Hashem in everything of your day. See Hashem. Shesham ruchei shel Mashiach merachefes bebechinas v'ruach elikim merachefes al pnei hamayim v'yidei ze v'yom elikim v'yihi or. And Hashem said, let there be light, and there was light. Bechinas ha'ma'orei or. Hashem said, let there be light. That was the ma'orei or. Hashem said, I want my light to come into the world. What did HaKadosh Baruch Hu do? To make the world, what did Hashem do? He took away his light. Right? He made the voided space. What did he make the space void of? His light. Right? That was what Hashem said. He made that black space. Where did the black space come? Because Hashem took his light out. That's all he did. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu now infuses the light, his light back into the world. But we have to see it. We have to know it's Hashem's light. Now,
Can I ask you a question? Do you only get the thing of La'asok B'Torah through this? Saying
No,
Shezuche La'asok B'Torah is derech the Shivchi Chamayim?
That's the best way to do it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the most
Not the
pure.
only way to do it.
No, but that's the most pure way.
Okay.
Because if it comes through that, and your Torah comes because you were crying, and because you came to Hashem in that way at that time, that's the most pure Torah you can have. That's the most pure Torah.
Okay.
Like you were saying before, your grandfather. I'm sure his Torah was so pure, right? Because he used to do this thing, and his Torah was pure. His words were pure. His words were beautiful. Why? Because it came from that place. Yeah. It came from that place of compassion. You see the difference? You can get Torah from other ways too. There's no problem. But if you want the most pure Torah, this is the way you get it. This is how you can get the most pure Torah. It's a very good horror. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very good. Perish Rashi. It's not good if the or and the darkness are there together. You see what it says? In other words, it can't be. In other words, that was what the moon and the sun came to Hashem, right? And the moon said there can't be two kings running with one crown, right? Remember he said that, right? The moon said to Hashem, hey, you can't have shtei malachim b'keterecha, right? You can't have two kings with one crown. So Hashem said, what do you do? Lech memate, make yourself smaller. Go and make yourself smaller. You won't be the king anymore. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Chazal tell us that Hashem said he feels that he acted in a rash way. Because really the moon didn't come in a way of chutzpah. The moon asked him a question. He had a good taina. How can we have two kings running? But we learned in Likutey Halachos. Remember we learned about that? We learned what we learned about that. The Rebbeinu Shalom is Mekom Mo Shalayla, right? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu designed the moon and the sun the way He designed them. And really they could have been the way it was if they didn't ask. But since the moon didn't believe that Hashem can have the world run this way, even though it seems so opposite, right? The same way, like we learned the thing of arrogance and humility. They seem opposite, right? They seem opposites. How can they get along? How can a husband and a wife get along? Right? A husband and a wife, they're opposites. How do they get along? Right? Think about it. You ever think about that? Right? We're Chachma, they're Bina, right? Hey, how do we get along? How do we get it? Hashem could put it together. HaKadosh Baruch Hu could put everything together. But because the moon didn't believe in that, that's why Hashem said, now go make yourself small. You don't believe I can have you running at this same the same time with the sun together, so go make yourself smaller. If you don't believe I can do that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can do anything. And Hashem made the moon the same size as the sun. Obviously, that means it could have worked, right? Right? Obviously, it means it could have worked because Hashem, it was supposed to work that way. But because the moon questioned it, Hashem says, go, now make yourself small. It's not good if the sun and the moon are mishtamesh together. Therefore, Hashem made the separation, right, between the or and the chayshech, between the day and the night. Hashem made the division, right? Hainu bechina soid havdola. That's the bechina of havdola. Hashem made that separation. What's havdola? Making it to be mavda means you're making a separation, right? You were separate, like we do havdola. We make a separation from Shabbos to Chol, right? L'chol, right? That's what we're doing, right? That we're making that separation. Hashem made the initial separation between day and night. Okay, ki ikar is gabras harash b'moirei eish shebechem b'chinas choshech ayedei ha'taruvos. That's when you have that mixture. What's a taruva? A mixture, right? You have it mixed. When you're trying to mix the eitz hadas, like we had the eitz hadas, everything's falling into the week. It's amazing. Eitz hadas tov v'ra, right? Eitz hadas tov v'ra. Before the chet, eitz hadas tov v'ra. The tov was clear and blatant. And the ra was clear and blatant. There was no mixture. You couldn't mix, you couldn't convolute tov with ra. You couldn't say that tov is ra and ra is tov, like they do in the world today, right? Mm-hmm. Anything that's good in the world today, they tell you is bad. Anything that's bad, they tell you is good. Right? That's what the world does today, right? Anything that's good is bad. Anything that's bad is good. That's the taruva. That's that mixture, because they're mixing it. Harash b'moirei eish shehem ikra choshech hu al yedei taruvos sheyoinkim chas v'sholem yoyser midai. That the fire is taking more power. The fire takes more power than the light of Hashem. Anytime you do that, that's when you get into that problem. That's when you have that problem. Shemoirei or kayadua. Again, everyone knows this. You see that kayadua. I love when Rav Nosson does that. Kayadua. Everybody knows this. Yeah. Everyone that's well versed in the Kisvei Arizal and Zohar, they know that, right? Avalei ruach elikim, but through the ruach elikim, and what is that? Shayadei zevayavdel shehivdil bein ha'or uvein ha'choshech. HaKadosh Baruch Hu separated. Don't mix yourself up. Don't think that the light is day. Don't think that the night is day and the day is night. Right? People will do that, right? They'll sleep their day away and they'll stay up at night, right? People do that, right? They mix up the day with the night, right? The day is the day. The night is the night. Use it in the right way. And we learned that you're supposed to take the night and turn the night into the day. How do you take the night and turn it into the day? Getting up at Chatzot and serving Hashem. That's when I'm up. So if I'm up, because I went to sleep first. See, that's the mistake. People think, well, I'll just stay up, I'll stay up. And no, but then you're tired, you don't feel refreshed. Mm-hmm. So it's not the same thing. You can't get it. If you go to sleep at 9, 10 o'clock, and then you get up at 2:30, 3 o'clock, that's great. right? You get 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours, whatever it is, whatever you need, get up, and then it's amazing. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But you got to go to sleep early. You got to go to sleep early. Yeah. I mean, in my what I do, I'll just share what I do. My wife likes to read, okay? So she'll stay up and read her book, whatever she does. So I got, the airlines give you those eye mask things, right? Yeah. I use it every night. It's dark. Oh, they're great. Those things are great. But I keep the light on. I don't care. And then I'll tell you this, it was amazing. When I was in Uman with Reb Chaim, so he likes to keep his light on by his bed. He has a little lamp. He keeps his light on, right? Because he gets up at night and he does his avodah, right? He gets up, he does. So he asked me, am I going to mind? I said, I don't mind at all. I have my mask.
Do you have earplugs?
No, I don't need that. No. When I go to sleep, I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Just the light is good. The Baruch Hashem. Okay. I just wanted to. Okay. Okay. Avalei de ruach elikim shei ze eskabru ma'irei or bechinas vayiyar vayidei ze vayavdel shehivdel bein ha'or uvein ha'choshech. Hashem made that division between the light and the darkness, right? He made the division between the ma'irei or and the ma'irei eish. Shezeh bechinas havdalah shebematzah Shabbos. Same thing like you do on Matzah Shabbos. You make the havdalah like we just said. Shaz mevarchim ala eish. We make the bracha on the fire. You ever wonder why you make a bracha on the fire? You ever wonder why am I making a bracha on the fire? Why fire?
You bring in Shabbat with fire.
Yeah.
And you should have shalais from the Arizal. You should have shalemut.
So you bring it out with that.
As
right?
it goes out, the same as it comes in. Now,
Right.
exactly why, I don't remember.
No, well, really, that's really with the besamim.
No,
Right? We get
Okay.
So that's really connected to the besamim, right? Why we make the wine.
it's all together.
Right. No, it's more that's more.
Had to do with the
That's
extra soul.
Because we know that the soul comes in. Hashem nafachta bi. Hashem blows
Right,
it into
Shabbat
us,
came in.
right? Through our
It was a gift
nostril, right? And why is that? Because that was the only one of the 5 senses that wasn't defiled by the Eitz Hadas Tov Hara, right? All of the 4 senses were defiled. The smell, it never says that they smelled. Didn't say that they smelled the fruit, right? They looked at it, they touched it, they tasted it, right? All of it, but they didn't smell it, right? So that's why the sense of scent stayed pure. Okay, so the neshama comes in, and that's why we have the besamim. So we make the bracha on the besamim, take a sniff, we sniff it, so that way when we exhale, the neshama yisera goes out through a bracha. So we send the neshama yisera away with the bracha, because we made the bracha. So the neshama yisera goes away in a beautiful way. Because I want to get away. I want to dispel the wickedness, the evilness that's in the Eish. So I make a blessing on it. Hashem, you're the one that made the Eish. Think about something. It's Eish. Why? Because a Havdalah candle has to be at least 2 wicks, right?
Right.
Can't be 1 wick, right? It has to be 2 wicks. It has to be an Eish. It can't be a candle. A candle is Or. Eish is 2. You ever think of that?
Yeah.
It's like an avuka, right? It's like a big fire. But I'm saying that fire, it's really you, Hashem. You hear this? That
one?
fire.
Which one? Because a Havdalah candle is also
2. You have to at least 2 weeks. You're supposed to have 2 weeks on Havdalah candle. At least 2. You can have more. You can have 6. You can have 10. Whatever you want. That's no problem.
Not on Shabbos. So.
No, Shabbos candle's only 1 wick.
So that's right. So then what's the?
That's Or. That's
Or.
That's Or. So the ladies make the blessing to bring in the Or to the house. That's the light. That's why they light one wick.
So what's the difference? The Or and Esh is.
The Or is beneficial. I get nice light, right? The candles are beautiful. You look at the candles and you see them burning so beautiful. It brings warmth to the house. It brings tranquility to the house, right? Chazal tell us that if you ever if Chas v'Shalom, someone runs into a situation, they don't have money, right? Chas v'Shalom, we should ever find ourselves in this, right? The Gemara says, what do you do? If you have only money to buy candles or challah, what do? Buy the candles. Don't buy the challah. Well, you would think, wait a second, I need to buy the challah, I need to eat, right? No, Chazal say go buy the candles. Why? Because the candles will bring shalom bayis. They'll bring shalom bayis. When you see the candle, beautiful candle, you see the Or of Hashem, and you'll understand that Hashem made this situation that I don't have the money. And it's really from you, Hashem, but you're going to help me out next week that I'll have the money. When you understand that, when you have that emunah, that's the candle. That's why it's so important to have the candle. But now here, the most beautiful thing is that when you're leaving the Shabbos, and you have the fire, right? And you have that fire, and it's a fire. It's right. It's a fire. It's not a candle. It's a fire. I say it's a blessing. You are the one that made all of the Eish of the world. You are the one, Hashem, that you're in charge of everything of the Eish of all this world, of all the desires, of everything. You're in charge of it. I give it to you, Hashem. It's yours. I know it's you. See how beautiful that is? That's why we make the bracha.
And why don't we let the Havdalah candle go out, and go out by itself? Why do we put it out? Why don't we?
Some people don't.
What they do, they don't let it keep burning.
Some people light.
We don't.
No, we use the gray, we use the one. We use the one.
Havdalah candle to have it burning for a Malava Malka.
No, we light a separate candle from
Separate.
Yeah,
I
separate
said don't
candle.
take
I light a
other
candle.
candles
No, light it with that.
Light it with that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Well, that's
things
taking
that
that's including the or from the Eish. Yeah, okay, good.
Hopefully we're accessing the Oraganus.
Yeah.
Every time we light a candle.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just wondering if I
Every
can-
time you light a candle, go ahead. Yeah.
for a purpose of thinking of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Kedusha, Am Yisrael HaKol, hopefully we're accessing the Or Haganus.
That's what we're doing,
It's
right?
not hopefully we are.
Ad sheyuchlu ha'ma'orei eish b'ma'orei or. You can include the ma'orei eish in your or. See that? Use them. Include. Don't put it out. Those desires. Use those desires. They're beneficial. They could be beneficial. Turn those desires to Hashem. Al yedei brocha b'orei ma'orei eish. You see how gorgeous? It's unbelievable. V'zeh vayikra likim l'or yom. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu called the day Yom. Yom. Why? Ayer vayivivoker Yom Echad. This is so beautiful, right? We're gonna Ki al yedei havdalah shahivdel hachoshech min or, because he made that separation from the choshech to know what's choshech, to know what's light, to know bein lahafkim bein yom uvein leila, like we learned, right? To make that differentiation. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. Not to think what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. Chas v'sholem, right? Hara sheb'ma'orei eish min ha'toif, to take out the ra of the ma'orei eish and put it towards the side of good. Use it. Take that energy and use that energy for beneficial things. And that's taking the night and including the day. Hence, we get up at chatzos, right? We get up early in the morning before Alot HaShachar, right? By getting up before Alot HaShachar, I'm including the night in the day. You understand? The same way I include the fire in the light, I want to include the night in the day. You see that? You see the connection? Okay. What? Want to say something, Simcha?
No.
Laila kiyoim yor, and it's going to be in Mirz Hashem. We're going to see the night is going to burn bright. It's going to be so bright like the day. Shazel bechinas klolius is chabras tefillah shel yad. That's taking the tefillin of yad, the tefillah shel yad, the tefillin shel yad, or tefillah shel rosh, and the tefillin shel rosh. Shall also lahafrid beinayim chas v'shalom. You can't separate.
You gotta either keep it down or stop. If someone understands, ask them to stop at 8 o'clock.
And please tell him that I want them to make more noise than me. You, how many people are you?
Chaim,
How many people are you?
please
Okay.
keep a couple to the rows,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
either keep it down or you have to stop.
Okay.
It's-
We're
it's
going to be
about
done
that.
in 2 minutes. We're done in
So keep it down for 2
Okay.
minutes.
Okay. Okay. We're going to have to find ourselves a new place to learn, guys.
Upstairs.
No, we're going to find a new place. This is ridiculous. This is how much ridiculous. There's 50 guys in there, and I'm one guy. 50 guys, I'm one guy. 50 guys, I don't hear a word out of them. Okay. I'm sorry, Chavra. Okay. You can't make a division from them between any In other words, when you're putting on your tefillin shel yad, tefillin shel rosh, right? You can't have any hefsek. You can't have any separate. Don't say any word. Don't say anything. Don't look at anybody. Just make sure you're following it. You put on the tefillin shel rosh, the yad first, and then you put on the tefillin shel rosh. You try to do it in the most simple, seamless way. You want to do it in the most seamless way. Ki tzrichen lichlolam yachad shazel bechinas vayerev vayivoker yom echad, to put the yom echad, the Laila and the day together. I want to take the tefillin shel yad is the Laila, and then I put on the tefillin shel rosh. I want to include the night with the day. I want to include the fire with the light, and we shall have a wonderful day. Kol tov, everybody.